A rivalry that started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the USC Trojans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Trojans ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's James. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Did they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying him, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Now have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Williams. Throwing right. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, Get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Working the ground game. Stopped right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the trickery and deception, they snap it to the up man. And he is stopped short. They roll the dice early, and it comes up snake eyes. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. All wideouts, no backs. Follows his blocks. It's Walton. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's changing the play. Sets his feet. It's Carr. Hauls it in. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Here's Williams to throw. Here comes the heat. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Newt Rockne, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
The Trojans line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Motion from the wideout. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the right. Right on the money. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Quarterback will keep it. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Quarterback empties his backfield. From the gun. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. field ready to go to work. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Takes the handoff, it's Mobley. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Oh, the big fella's gathering steam. Inside the 10. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the return, it's James. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Throws it in. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They're all over him. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Carr. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. C.J. Carr firing again. Makes the grab. Got room at the 35. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Get it out to the supersonic guy.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Dropping back, it's Clinton. Buying time to his right. Still running at the 40. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Trying to establish the run. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right side, it's Lopez. There he goes. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt. And the Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's some daylight. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Carr rushes on. And he never had a chance.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. It's down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Graham. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
First play of this drive. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Clinton. Going to try to get it himself. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Quarterback gets the first down. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Left side, it's Gilbert. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here's Carr to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Kent State taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's the Golden Flashes, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Trojans want to move quickly.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Dropping back, it's Clinton. Hauls it in. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. They'll run the screen. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets it inside the 10. Touchdown USC! And here they come, almost all the way back. That is his third score of the game and now 14 on the season. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Breaks into the open. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Throwing. Tight end finds a soft spot. At the 35, he's open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Dropping back, it's Carr. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Making the adjustment on the play. Carr. Fires to the big fella. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Walton. They've got him corralled.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Fourth down, Carr. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype. Does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. The Volunteers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the back. At the 45 on his way. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down will open up the final period. Looking for running room. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Still looking to his right. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Makes the grab right down the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Direct snap. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the comeback is on.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He'll bring it out. It's James. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Here's Carr to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago, because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He scores for the 5th time in this game, setting up for the extra point and the tie. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it out. It's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Changing the routes with his receivers. Throwing, Carr. Finds his tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. They're in the gun, third down, here's Carr. Snags it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Fourth down in their own territory, big gamble here, and they're not even going to huddle. Carr to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So here they are, a chance to put together a game-winning drive and a tie game in the final moments. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Clinton. Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces a third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell it extends for the ball, but Great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. From the gun, wants to pass. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. A rivalry We've started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the USC Trojans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And man, oh man, what a gamble, right? To start the game, I guess they're trying to get this home crowd even more jacked up, get them in the football game, but it fails. They recover the onside kick. Now you're going to need this home crowd to get loud and play some defense with them.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Got an alley. Turning it on.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Uh-oh, look out. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Bust through behind his pad. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative.
Takes the handoff. It's Walton. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The give. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are too...
Oh, the fake. The up man looking for room. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
Man, the fake punt. The idea of the fake punt is so great. I'm going to catch you off guard, get a free 1st down. And when it goes south, everybody's ticked off. Why did you do it? What a stupid play call. So if you just called it, sorry, but that's what I had to say about it.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Trojans. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Right side, it's Walton. There he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Irish. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Clinton. Out wide right, it's Bowman. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the USC Trojans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Catching up with the Fighting Irish head coach before the game. Focus is going to be essential. Play by play. He understands completely that they have a big opponent coming in here next week, top 25. But this opponent in front of them today is not to be taken lightly. He wants to make sure his players are looking at them and understanding they have quality players too, and not look ahead to next week. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Now they'll run it to the right here. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They'll run it on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try to put some points on the board.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. Breaks into the open. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Talking to the defensive coaches coming into this game, man, what do they talk about, guys? They talked about tackling. They've got to be good in space, not allow those little plays to turn into big ones. Early in this football game, they miss the mark. They don't tackle well. That's going to be a big thing to watch throughout this football game.
In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
Man, when you get opportunities down on the 1-yard line, you've got to capitalize. You cannot allow negative plays like that, though, David.
I think offenses want to be balanced and be able to take advantage of things, but, man, just be the more physical team, pound it downhill, and get a touchdown.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Snap it to the back. Has excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the USC Trojans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. He has been motivating his team all week, telling them you are just as good as this ACC opponent. They've got upset on their mind, and the players told me they want to be the best version of themselves. They believe they belong on this field, and they can play with the best of the best. Nice?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving his defense some juice.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Could be an alley.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know on offense you always want to have balance, and it's important to keep defenses honest, but listen, you're one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire nation. Let your dudes go to work. You don't need negative plays like that.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Offense with jumbo personnel. Looking for a gap. It's Walton. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. At the 20. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it. It's Mobley. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
A little too much adrenaline on that one as it goes through the end zone for a touchback. It's Clinton. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Right side, it's Lopez. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. They'll go with a direct snap. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Long way to go on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Out wide left, it's Bowman. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Trojans use their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Sets his feet. It's Clinton. Slings it downfield. He makes a catch. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, to highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And they can't be thrilled using all 3 timeouts here in the first quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down.
Number 47 set to kick this one away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. This should be the last play of the quarter. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Carr to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Picks it off and runs it back before stepping out of bounds and setting up his offense as we begin the second quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.